6-yard box from Mickey van der Ven. Spurs lead in the Super Cup. They're appealing away towards the back post. Great run from him, and his header is in through Chevalier. It's to Lee, and he's pulled one back. And it is game on again. Really good strike from Lee Kang-in.
This one is not done yet.
Nudge around the corner for Dembele. Thrashes across in for Ramos, who's headed it in for 2-2.
Wow.
Spurs haven't been able to hold on. 2-0 up with 5 to go. But it's 2-2.
What a brilliant goal.
We go to penalties here in Udine. Can Vicario make the save? No, he can't. PSG have won it. PSG that win the Super Cup for the very first time.
Oh, it was close, wasn't it?
Two of those penalties were hilarious, wasn't it?
Well, the Telen
For each
Vitinha
side.
ones. Well, the no-look, put it wide.
Full goal. Still put it wide.
Yeah. Let's talk
Amazing.
to Super Clive Allen. Wouldn't have done a no-look
yes,
penalty,
please.
would he? Hey, Clive, you good?
Clive?
Good afternoon, gents. Yeah, it
unlucky.
was close. It was
Unlucky.
nail-biting stuff. Obviously, 5 minutes from a second trophy in a few months would have been something special.
Yeah, I mean, I was really impressed. And okay, everyone will say, "Oh, classic Spurs didn't win," but and we were just talking about it before. So many performances from Tottenham players, and I'm recency bias is always a thing, and I'm always guard against sensationalism. But I've rarely seen Richarlison play that well for Tottenham. I thought Sarr had a brilliant game. I thought Spence was superb as well. I was just very impressed, and obviously Thomas Frank is a more adaptable manager than Ange, and I love Ange, and I will never not love Ange. But I just thought I was really encouraged by what I saw.
Absolutely, I agree totally. I was covering the game for Spurs play, looking at the way that we defended was excellent. We looked, we were playing probably the best side in Europe, if not the world, at the moment. And it was disciplined. It looked like they knew exactly what they were doing, which was vitally important as the season approaches. There looks like there's adaptability. They're going to change systems. They have done through pre-season. So I thought there was a lot of positives from the game.
I was saying to Max earlier, Richarlison looked really good, I thought. I don't know if that's Thomas Frank's coaching, that he's particularly good with strikers, but there's always been a player in there, isn't there, Clive? It's never quite clicked, though, is it? So maybe this is the season.
Yeah, I think what we saw last night was Richarlison that's fit. I think he held the ball up well in the way that the team played. You needed your centre forward to do that. He was physical. I thought his overall game was excellent. The only thing he didn't really have was too many chances to actually score. But his contribution was massive.
Yeah, and actually that's sort of the number 9's way now, isn't it? If you play, I know it's slightly different because they played 3 at the back, but if you are that lone 9, you do have to do a lot. You have to do a lot of shuttle runs. You're getting paid a lot of money to do a lot of shuttle runs. What did you make of Mohamed Kudus' performance? Yeah,
I like him. I think he's a player that, with his physical strength and obviously technical ability, he's a player in the way that Spurs were playing. You get the ball out to him, he holds it up, he draws a lot of opposition towards him. He can set things off. There was one combination with Richarlison when Chevalier made a really good save when we broke quickly, and they combined really well. So I think his role this season, Kudos, is going to be very important.
There's been talk of Harvey Elliott, I think, in the transfer market. Where did you see gaps that needed to be plugged last night, Clive?
Well, I think you're just looking at perhaps the creativity. Massive blow losing Maddison for probably the season. I think we've got a very, very combative midfield. Whoever plays in there, Bergvall, Sarr was outstanding. I thought Paulinho and Bentancur as the two holding midfield players were really solid. And I think that gives us a real platform to build on. If I'm looking at something that we need to improve, it would be the number of opportunities that you're going to get for your centre forward or your strikers with a bit of creativity. And
the rumours of Eze and Savinho. How often are you just refreshing the gossip pages, Clive?
No, I can see certainly the attraction of Eze. I think he would be a fabulous fit. I was at Wembley on Sunday to see Crystal Palace win, and they were outstanding, as was Eze. And I think if Spurs were able to capture a player of his ability, that would be a massive boost.
They played 3 at the back against PSG. They got Burnley on Saturday. Burnley are not PSG. I think it's fair to say. A lot of people think Burnley will go straight back down. I thought there was a part of me at 2-0, Clive, where you just thought, look, you've basically won. Doesn't matter what happens. Make loads of changes, because the worst case now is that Tottenham are knackered and get a draw on Saturday.
Yeah, I just wonder if the substitutions last night were with a view to Saturday. Obviously, the players that were withdrawn, and I think it's so evident now in literally every game that we see that the managers making their substitutions, the subs that have to impact the game, and I think Dembele going on to the right for PSG, and all of a sudden Ramos coming on and leading the line just changed the course of the game. And both, obviously, PSG subs scored. It's difficult to close the game out, but that was exactly what Thomas wanted from making his substitutions. So it's managers live and die by these decisions and these changes, and when they get it right, it's fantastic, and when it doesn't go right, they take the blame for it.
Yeah, good to see Bergvall back, wasn't it? From injury, I think he missed the final, didn't he? Last season, but was also player of the season. So he's a really, really exciting player. I think he could have a great season.
Yeah, I think he could. He emerged. I thought last season he grew. I think he grew in stature, confidence. He rightly was given the Player of the Season award for his contribution, which was magnificent. He came in as a very young talent, and I think he's shown that he's more than capable of dealing with the Premier League.
Where did you have Spurs finishing in the Premier League before the game last night, and has that prediction changed at all after what you saw?
No, I think as Thomas said, it's about being competitive on all fronts, all four competitions that we're playing. Having a squad with depth. The Champions League is the toughest of them all after the Premier League. The Premier League is certainly has to improve from last season. And I see us wanting and certainly striving to be back in a European position come the end of next season.
Have you played any cricket this summer, Clive? Last time I saw you in the flesh, a few years ago, you were on the gloves.
Oh, really?
You were on the gloves, yeah. Wicket keeper,
That's right.
very, very good wicket keeper.
That's right, Richmond Park. Yeah.
It was, yes, it was. And
Yeah.
I think we had Geraint Jones in the team, the Ashes winning wicket
And
keeper.
Clive said, sorry, these are mine.
Clive took the gloves. So I was wondering if you played this summer at all, Clive.
No, I haven't played cricket. I've had a few rounds of golf, but unfortunately, no, not had the opportunity to play cricket again.
Okay, so you're a wicketkeeper batsman, sort of pinch hitter, Clive? Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Yeah, certainly enjoyed keeping wicket.
Could you walk the next day? Could you the next day? Were you going downstairs backwards?
No, all those muscles that you don't use. Yeah, I certainly paid the price for it.
Oh, good stuff. Well, look, thanks for coming on, Clive. Appreciate your time.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.